Oh, hello, friends. How are you? Welcome to the show. My name's Lou. I am here in my car. Now, you may recognize, if you're watching the show, I look like Richard Rodriguez today. Look at my hair. Ooh. Put some top lighting on that action. Hey, top lighting. Hello. Oh, someone came in and they left. This is what's known as the infamous, there's my connection. Man, not great. I've never seen that before. This is the move back with Lou Reeds, hanging out in the car, talking to myself and whoever happens to be watching. Greetings to you, single viewer, someone who popped in, popped out. You never know who's going to pop in and pop out. This is how it goes. Hello, Lisa Kang, from wherever you're watching around this beautiful globe that we call the Earth. Third planet from the sun, and so on. Here we are, hanging out. I've got, for the first time ever, I've got the view of the Facebook turn around. I'm sitting in my car, as is mandated by the city of New York. The competition for spots is so tight that I need to move my car and sit in it for an hour every Tuesday in order to avoid getting a ticket. The theory is that they are cleaning the streets. I don't believe so. I'm lucky today that they're not shooting a TV show. My neighborhood is classic New York looking, and they're constantly shooting TV shows here. This last week they were just shooting Tracy Morgan's The Last OG, Season 2. I don't know if you care about The Last OG. Are you talking about, you're saying no fucking way to Tracy Morgan? Because he is a star. I did see him when he was shooting the the first season. Yeah. Are you saying to get out of New York? Or just to get out of my car? Or get out of this parking spot? You have to be more clear when you're sending messages. No. I mean, this is probably maybe the 40th recording I've done. I have an entire giant chunk of YouTube videos of me hanging out in my car. Often I have a guest in the car, but they're not here today. I know the delay, it's, in case I curse, so I can bleep it out. But I can bring you on if you want to chat. I can bring you on. Let's see if I can bring you on. No, I don't think I can. It usually gives me the option to bring a person on if they're watching from their phone. But regardless, it's lovely to see you in text chat form. I'm here in the car, just chilling like a villain. God willing. Here we go. Yeah. Just in the car by myself. Sometimes I have a guest. Sometimes I just have people talking. Oh, and you're at work. No, it's totally appropriate. Go to a meeting room. You can totally do it from a webcam. Just one of those meeting rooms. It'll be just like old times. But yes, this is something I am forced to do. Now, sometimes I have to move it in the morning and in the afternoon. The morning is worse because that is like brutal. And there are places in my neighborhood where I'd have to just move it in the middle of the day, which also makes no sense because I don't know who's around to move their car in the middle of the day, except for, the unemployed. So, somehow people are doing it. People move their cars all the time in the middle of the day. And you have to, in those spots, you have to sit and wait. And then you go over there. And then when the street sweeper comes, you just move right back. Now, okay, so you're asking why I do this. The city of New York has street cleaning rules. Now, I believe Los Angeles also has this. The theory being that you move to one side of the street so they can clean it, and then you move back. When I was living with my mother on the Upper West Side, I would have to double park somebody in and leave my pager number. That's how long ago that was. And then people would be like, "Hey, you parked me in. You gotta move. I gotta go." And then I'd have to come down and move. But so parking spots are so tight that I moved my car to the other. In theory, I would just move it and leave. but I'm parked illegally until 6 p.m. So I had to move it back here at 5 to make sure I get a spot, because I'd say the block was about half parked in at 5 with people sitting in their cars like me waiting to move their cars or waiting for the time to be up. The city says we cannot leave the car or we are illegally parked unless it's 5:55. So at 5:55 I can get out of the car. If I get out of them, I want to get de Blasio. You mean the other people in the cars? The other people in these cars are freaks. They can't, that's right. Well, they could get out of their cars in theory. They would just have to jump out if they saw the meter maid, to use an outdated and sexist term, to do the, they are the freaks. So I could ask somebody. There's been some people I thought about asking, but I have actually a list of people I've been meaning to bother to sit in the car. And I've also, my ultimate fantasy would be to get the mayor to sit in the car with me so we could discuss the feasibility. Because he is a slippery snake. The way he's got that silver tongue, is political nonsense that comes out of his mouth. But I've had some celebrities in the car, some of my video game playing celebrity friends, and a pilot, and some other, my friend who works in the casino industry, and my friend Rachel, and my friend Wynn, and some other people I've met on the internet who've come and hung out. I need to get Moses Gates, the guy who is a Urbex guy who became an urban planner, who's been underneath all of Manhattan and Paris and everything, exploring the catacombs and whatnot, and also been on top of bridges where he should not be. But yeah, sometimes I have guests, sometimes it's just me talking to whoever happens to tune in. Lucky me. I'm glad that you took the time at work to watch me sit in my car. And I hope that everything is great for you over there at Riot. It is a painful thing to no longer be involved, but I still watch. And I watch a lot of other esports still. But sadly, all the esports biz is out there. New York is mostly TED Talks and other weird things. What am I doing these days? I'm applying for jobs, trying to record voiceover work when I can. I did land a couple of gigs earlier in June, but had some difficulty actually getting recording time going. That's where my family is, New York. That's why I'm here. I am applying for jobs in LA, and I considered applying for the and actually talked to people in the collegiate Riot team before the New York office closed, but that was when Riot was still in its massive headcount contraction, so there was like very little possibility of doing those things. And now, hello, Jason. I hope that you are having a fantastic Tuesday. Jason is the coach of the Little League team that Asher belonged to this year, and that was nice. He is now gone. He's an actor. But yeah, so I'm not married to New York anymore. I would go somewhere else. It has to be a great opportunity and also have a great time and also my wife would have to agree. So, I think she's also, after I brought her out to LA for my friend's birthday party in March, but we didn't get to come to the Riot offices, and then shortly after that, I could no longer get into the Riot office. So, but she really liked Santa Monica. She really liked Venice. She really liked riding bikes around there. So, you know, the seeds are laid for possible move, but it would have to be a great opportunity to move to a different place, such as the anchor of children. Cheers to cisgender lifestyle. Yeah. But, yeah, well, there's something to be said for that. But, yeah. But then again, you know, Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's terrible. But, so yeah, I mean, like I said, I just saw people, Michael Sherman and the collegiate team post something about a job, and, you know, I'm going to apply for it. Perhaps a long shot. Who knows? And I've got some irons in the fire, lots of networking. I actually was chatting with this guy who I met at All-Star Paris in 2014, who was a big fan of Lee D-Man Smith, and I had sort of stayed in touch with him. I met him outside of this like McDonald's or whatever, and in Paris, and I stayed in touch with him, and I actually encouraged him to apply at Riot. Riot said no. Then I saw ESL was hiring, and I encouraged him to apply at ESL, and this kid got a job being a caster for Vain Glory. And he did that for a few years, and now he just joined a new company that's based out in Vegas. So I contacted him, and I talked to him for a little while. It's just kind of interesting to see what is going on in the esports world right now, because there's a ton of investment all over the place, and a ton of like really amazing events happening. So I was curious. I think the company was ESP Gaming, and they do like mobile tournaments. It was very interesting. Ben, thank you for saying that you think I'd be good at voiceovers. It's something that I also agree that I would be good at it. But there's a lot of competition, and there's a lot of gatekeepers in show business. So it's you know, sometimes it's more than just having an okay voice and actually just getting lucky or knowing someone. Which reminds me, I need to email someone about some work that I was supposed to do. But how about you? What's going on with you? Anything exciting and new? I mean, obviously, no, not asking to reveal trade secrets or upcoming, you know, no leaks. But I hope everything is great for you at Riot. Oh, Product Lead, that's great for you. I'm glad. That's a nice step up. I hope it's working out. I know you kind of got thrust into that position. I don't know if it was pre or post Ron, but you know, that's the beautiful thing about PTO, when you can get it. If you can oh, good. Well, you know, it's always good to take some time to stare into the yawning maw of oblivion that we're all hurtling towards. It's, if you look at my Twitch stream, which I've just started doing as well, my logo is a comic that I found online of a guy being like, it's a person saying like, don't let the existential dread sit in. Now, so yeah, people will be able to see me talking, but they will not see your chat. The chat will appear in the Facebook post, but not on the video. And you can delete the chat if you like, or if you want me to delete it, that's true too. There have been other videos I have done with former rioters where they called in that they recommended that I delete the video afterwards. You know, it's up to you. I don't think we've talked about anything too salacious or telling here, but some people are more private than others. Clearly, I am not a private person. That's just how it goes. Since last week, yeah, it's pretty PG. Now that I have you on the line, I'd like to talk some serious shit about... No, I was kidding. I don't have anyone I want to talk anything poorly about. As long as everyone I've asked for gives me the LinkedIn recommendations I asked for, everything will be fine. But if they don't, terrible. Oh, there's my son and his nanny, or babysitter. They're returning from a fun afternoon of bowling. That car moved. There's an art car. Some famous artist around here has painted a car, so it drives around. It looks like a fun little funny car. Yes? What am I waiting for? I do have a nanny no, I have actually made her sit in the car when I had to take the kids to a dentist appointment or an orthodontia appointment that normally my wife used to do, but now she's been too busy. So I did make her sit in the car. Let me tell you, it is not a good feeling to be like, will you sit in the car? Because it feels shitty to do. I did not like to do it. So it's not something I do on a regular basis. It has happened 2 times, to be told. My wife, Jody, she is the director of development at the used to be at the Queens Museum, now at the Studio Museum in Harlem, which is an African American arts museum that she is. You started making leather. Wow. Oh, leather stuff. No, you're not actually tanning the hides, but you're making like belts and wallets. I'm not gonna. Yes. Yeah. So my wife does make. She raises money for the museum. The museum is located up on 125th Street. It was in the same building as the Clinton administration, like the Clinton Foundation. But now they're building their own fancy new building. The building is being torn down, and they're building a new, cathedral to African American and outsider art. So, she likes it. She's really good at making corporations give her money. It's quite a gift that she has. And I'm glad that you clarified that you're making wallets and not like, face masks and other, strange accoutrements, cod pieces of that sort of nature. Although, maybe that's the next step. Because of my podcast, yes. The next episode, not so disgusting. It's straight up Reddit stories. So nothing too disgusting. Hello, Laura. I call you Morel. I was thinking of the mushroom. Oh, hello. Now all of a sudden, it's a party. We've got Lauren, we've got Beth, we've got Lisa. Well, let's see. We've got people from all over the country now watching. I think Portland, Oregon, New York, LA. It's fantastic. Which things are too expensive? What did you say? The other items that I mentioned? All right. Thank you for watching. Lisa, I hope to see you soon. And you guys need to bring League of Legends back to New York so that I can have get some comp tickets to go see the games. All right, bye. Hey, Lauren, how are you? You get called Morel, like the mushroom, all the time. Funny that you ask about the Lou Reed shirt. The Lou Reed shirt is available on bonfire.com, and it is on sale right now because normally this is not on sale. The store is not open all the time, but they just changed their policy to be you don't have to hit a minimum if the shirts cost a certain amount, and the price didn't change. It just the right amount, I guess. So so it's Lou Reed's. Nope, sorry. Bonfire, BONFIRE.com, and just look for Lou Reed's. And I also posted about it on Facebook on the Lou Reed's Facebook page today, and other social media outlets as my social media responsibility. Yeah, it's. I like the shirt. It is, for some reason, women's shirts are like slim fit. I guess women like to show off their shapes, but the ladies I know who have bought the shirts have been like, one, the logo does kind of go across the chest in a chest augmenting way, and then two, that they are snug because they're slim fit. So if that's a concern for you, some people are like, hell no, I want to show all this off. Bam, I got it going on. Other people are like, I don't like people seeing the shape of me. That's up to you. So, but yeah, if you're interested, that's where you go to do it. Yeah, I hope all things are well. I believe you live in Portland, Oregon. Is that correct? This doing streaming from your phone is not as robust as, say, doing it from somewhere else where, you're like, maybe you'd be able to see a geotag of where the person is calling from, and there might be a website. Yes, you're one of 2 people that I know. There are 3, because the other person is married to someone that I also know living out there. My friend Finn and his wife Kate, who live over there. Yes, Portland, Oregon. Because the first time, I think, many years ago when we were chatting about something, you said Portland, and I assumed Portland, Maine, because I live on this side of the country. But it wasn't until later when I was like, oh yeah, makes more sense that she would be living in Portland, Oregon. So yeah, I'm here in the car, killing time before I go upstairs and get angry at my children for some reason. It's inevitable. But it is hot here today, but luckily the humidity has broken, so now we've got the weather out of the way. And my time in the car is almost up, which is a mercy, if you ask me. What did I was going to do? I started a project that is one of those projects, it reminds me a lot of being in college again, because I want to make a short animation, and it's been so long since I did. Oh, you also used to live in Portland, Maine? That's insane. But that's very funny. So this animation I want to do is real stupid. Like, I'm fully aware that it's very me. It's very gross. It's about sex. It's super inappropriate in a lot of ways. But it's the kind of project where I start to do pieces of it, and then I'll hit a wall where I haven't really learned everything I need to know to do it, and then I'll get derailed. So I'm trying to avoid these things, but I always get ahead of myself, and I started doing the drawings before I actually have the script finished, which is a bad idea. But we'll see. I have hope for this project. I think it's a good idea. I don't know what you do, Lauren. I know, but maybe we can talk about it offline. But you can always use the hand. And I don't know, have you been paying attention to Kostas Mavroukakis' art? I find, 30 years has passed, but he is, when I was friends with Kostas, and we're still friends, but when we were friends in high school, he never drew. He was super remember he was into graffiti for a little while, and then he decided he wasn't into it, and then I made this car too cold. And all of us, I knew his mother was an artist, or maybe I wasn't super aware of it at the time. But yeah, his thing is weird faces. But did he doodle like that? I don't remember him doodling like that. That's bananas. We're all doodling, but I was very impressed. Yeah, I'm glad he's found something to occupy himself. I thought his photography was pretty good, but he seems like he's lucky that he can do his art. He has the room and means to do it all the time. Well, my time here is up, thank goodness. I will chat with you in the near future, I'm sure. But thank you for tuning in, and thank you for helping me pass the time in my car that is mandated by the state of New York and the city of New York, not necessarily the state. Oh well. We'll see you later. And thanks to people who've tuned in who I don't know, because It's supposed to show me who they are, but it doesn't. These are people who are not, I guess I'm not friends with. But anyway, thanks for watching, Lauren. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.